Hello there, I'm Claire. You're watching Stitch Home Sew. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video. Today's video is a Sunday Sews video, so I'm going to be telling you all about what I've been up to in terms of sewing. And this is part one of my Christmas gift sewing. So I'm sure you're all aware of the wonderful sewing challenge that is currently happening, which is being run by the wonderful Alison from Sew-Like-Dotty, and that is a gift to November. And that hashtag is AGTN24, and the idea is that you get some of your Christmas makes all sewn up. Now I am always fairly ambitious in terms of my Christmas sewing, so I'm hoping to get quite a few done by the end of November, but I know that it will move into December as well. So I thought I'd do kind of part one of my Christmas makes so far, and each week I'll kind of give you an update on how I'm doing. So before I get started, let's have a little catch up, etc. So I have had a reasonable good week in relation to sewing. However, that's been slightly hampered by my youngest son being quite poorly this week. He's had that horrible cold and cough that's been going around. Thankfully, fingers crossed, touch wood, all of those things, the rest of us managed to have got away with it, but I'm not sure for how long, but hopefully we're okay. But yeah, bless him, he's been feeling quite under the weather, and we've had a few kind of interrupted night sleeps, etc., which has been a little bit tough. So I'm looking a little bit baggy under the eyes. That would be the reason why, but hey ho. Fingers crossed he's on the mend. Yeah, we keep thinking that he's feeling better, and then not so much, but fingers crossed he's coming out the other side now, and even more fingers crossed that the rest of us don't manage to get it as well. Other sewing related things, I have had a few things arrive in the post. I'm not going to show you them because they're fairly boring. I've had some like zip pulls arrive for continuous zipper tape. I've had some overlocker thread, and it's just some sort of basics, but no fun fabric or anything to show you, unfortunately, so I'm not going to go into showing you those basics. But let's get on with what I've been up to in terms of sewing. So everything that I've been making has been for gifts, nothing for me, unfortunately. So the first thing I have got sewn up is this little zipper pouch that I have made for one of my friends. It's in this really cute horsey related fabric, that because she's really into horse riding, has been ever since I've known her, and I kind of made a pouch for her. One of these lovely, this is the Adam Sews Trio of Pouches pattern, which I've talked about many times before, so I won't go into any level of detail. And inside it's just got some polka dot. I've done a nice rose gold zip on there, and in there I have made a keyring with the matching fabric, and I've also made a lip balm holder that you can kind of attach onto your bag or your keys, whatever you want to do with them. And then I've got a few other bits for her that aren't kind of sewing related. So yeah, that's the plan for that make there. Now then, I have been making a few teacher gifts. I've got a few other bits and bobs to make for teacher gifts, but these are the kind of the main things for my younger son. Has got two teachers because they do like a job share, and then my older son has just got one, and then I need to make a few other bits and bobs for other members of staff. So what I have done is made 3 notebook covers. This one I've added a little tie on. These two I haven't done that effect. I've used a tutorial by Debbie Shaw, but there are lots of different tutorials out there for notebook covers. So it's fully kind of lined on the inside. I've just got a green fabric to kind of pick up the green that's in here, and it's got a quilted, just diagonal lined quilted effect on there. And I picked this fabric because I felt it was very kind of school appropriate. So yeah, I've made 3 of those so far. As I say, this one has got a tie detail on. I made this one's got kind of quite a hard fusible fleece that I bought from Amazon that I wasn't overly happy with, whereas these ones I've used kind of wadding on. They're much softer and I feel a nicer effect. But this one, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily look at it as a, it's just me being extra fussy, I suppose. But yes, so those are my 3 notebook covers. And then I have been making up lots of things with Gonk fabric. So you'll also probably be aware of a challenge that has been run by the lovely Yvette from Stash Hub. So Yvette and Doug are owners of Stash Hub, which I'm sure you all know about, and they are celebrating 2 years of their business, and they are running a challenge called, and I never quite get this right, so apologies if I got it wrong. I'm going to put it along the screen as well. So to celebrate 2, I think. Anyway, the idea about that is that you sew up 2 meters of cotton fabric, and I had 2 meters of cotton canvas fabric, which was for Christmas presents. So I thought, aha, I can probably will be able to enter them a doll dip, if you like, one for a gift in November and one for Sew to Celebrate 2. And so I've been busy sewing up the Gonk fabric. So I had it in a black base and a white base, 1 meter of each, so fingers crossed that is allowed. And I've been sewing up. So the first thing I started with was some tea towels. So I've made 4 tea towels. I mean, we all know what a tea towel looks like. On the inside I have just turned over and turned over again, but I've also done little mitered corners on each corner because I just think that looks really nice. So I've done 4 tea towels. I've done 2 black and 2 white with these gorgeous little gonks on. They're so fun, aren't they? So that's part of the gifts. And then I have made some pot holder oven glove type things. So it looks like this on this side, and then on this side, I don't know how well that's going to show up. Maybe it will show up better in the white. So on this side you've got, this is where you put your hand, so you fold it over. So I've done 2 in white and 2 in black. I'm not sure whether I'm going to gift these 1 of each or 2 of the same or what, but yeah, that's the plan for those. So yeah, I've made 4 of those in total. So 2 white and 2 black. So those are those ones. And then I had some little bits of scraps of fabric left, which I didn't want to go to waste because I was trying to use up all the fabric. So I decided to make these little coasters. Now they are quite small, but you can just about, I don't have a glass to hand, it does actually just fit a glass on. And the same heat proof wadding that I've used, is it called Insel? I want to call it Insel Bright, or I think it's called Insel Bright. I've used on the inside of these as well, so that yeah, if you put any hot drinks on, your table would be protected. And yeah, I've just done used up the little extra bits. Now I've got maybe less than a fat quarter of each fabric to use up of that, the white and the black, and I think I might make a gift bag or something, just so that I've totally used those 2 meters of fabric. I've actually really enjoyed doing that, because I don't know about you, but I'm terrible for ending up with bits of scraps, and rather than at the time thinking, oh, I could just make such and such with it, you know, it goes into the scrap bin, and there it stays until at some point I find it for another project. But actually, thinking on my feet of, oh, what else I could do with it. It has been really quite fun. I really quite liked it. Now, another thing that I've made with this fabric is this, which is a Terry's chocolate orange holder. Now, because I was using cotton canvas, I actually think this would work better with just a cotton fabric, because this is obviously a little bit thicker, but it just makes a really cute little kind of, it looks like a flower top on there, and you can use ribbon or you could use like a cord, and you just, and then inside you've got your chocolate orange, which I thought was super cute. Now, I saw this on somebody's like a Facebook post or something. I think it was on one of the many sewing face group related groups that I'm on, maybe something to do with fat quarters or something along those lines, and someone had made these, and I just thought, well, that is super cute. So I believe there is a tutorial online for it with a sort of a paid for pattern, but I just winged it and did my own. So yeah, I think that it's pretty much like the tutorial, so I will link that tutorial below for that. I did a 9.5 inch square, I think, and obviously 2 bits of fabric, and then you kind of make a channel on the 4 corners to put it through, and then you end up with these like loopy bits, I mean these sort of petal bits, which I think is really effective. And I think in some really proper, I mean obviously this is Christmassy fabric, but I think in a real kind of proper Christmassy fabric, it almost reminds me of a kind of poinsettia. I think the top there, I think it's just really cute. So yeah, these were not included in my gift to November ideas, but certainly something I'm going to make a few more of, because they come together quite quickly and I think it looks really cute. And you could put a bath bomb in there if you don't want a Terry's chocolate orange, or you can't get them where you live, or you could put like some socks or anything fairly small really, that you can comes together in a round-ish sort of shape. Yeah, I think it looks really sweet. And if you didn't have something too heavy in there, you could use those sort of hanging loops to even kind of hang it on your tree, which I think would be quite nice. You could just about get away with hanging that on your tree if you put it on a sturdy branch, not on a flimsy one, I think. But yeah, really cute, I think. And yeah, really pleased with that little make. So those are all the things that I have been making so far. I've got lots to go. This is just the beginning. So what am I planning on making this week? So I have got this gorgeous poppy fabric. When I say poppy fabric, I mean as in has got poppies on rather than the make poppy. I think this is a Rose and Hubble. Yes, it is. I thought it was, because it feels really, all of their sort of Rose and Hubble fabrics are really soft. Now my plan for this is to make my mum a bag, and so just kind of a little crossbody bag, and it'll probably be slightly more kind of, obviously not really appropriate for full-on winter because of it not being a waterproof fabric, but I think for the spring and summer months that will be quite cute. So some plans for that one. And then this fabric here is a navy cotton shirting fabric. It's got very little small dots on it, and the idea behind this one is to make a shirt for my dad. Now I need to get this fabric washed because I haven't actually washed it yet. It feels so smooth, this one, it feels really nice. And I'm just going to make my dad a short sleeve shirt, so maybe this one will be I should start making this sooner rather than later. The other thing that I do need to do is to make some Christmas jumpers for myself and for the rest of the family, but yeah, I need to get my head round about which fabrics are going to be for which person. So maybe I'll do another little video about that. Yeah, I will. Talk about thinking on the hoof. Yeah, I'll pop together a little video of the fabrics that I'm planning to use and the patterns that I'm planning to use for jumpers for myself, my husband and my 2 boys, and which fabrics I'm planning to use for what, because I haven't got the same fabric for all of us. So yeah, that will be something else that I will look to plan, and then I can get those sewn up. Now the jumpers themselves obviously are for use within December, and definitely for Christmas jumper day, which I'm not quite sure when my school are kind of holding their own kind of Christmas jumper day, but it's normally towards the end of term, so hopefully I've still got a little bit of time to make sure I've mastered those ones. So I think that's it in terms of what I've got to show you, but there will be more coming in the next few weeks, so do look out for my future videos. And on that note, please do give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider doing so. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos as well. That would be fantastic. I really hope that you guys are getting on really well with your sewing, your Christmas sewing, if you are taking part in that sort of thing. Do let me know what you've been making, what you're planning to make. And if you've got any ideas for me in terms of any little Christmas makes that you think I might really enjoy making, please do let me know. I'm always interested in new ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you really soon. Take care. Happy sewing. Bye bye.